You know that manuscript you finished needs to be edited, but where do you start? What do you look for? How does the process actually work? I'm going to answer all those questions for you today. Just a few short reads, I am publishing my 4th book, Inheritance of Ink. It's a cozy academia mystery romance. If you like colleagues to lovers or Pride and Prejudice vibes, you're going to love this book. When I was editing Inheritance of Ink, I used the same process as for editing my other 3 books in my fantasy trilogy that I wrote before this. First, I do a flow edit. A flow edit is just to check how the characters and the plot elements all work together. How does the story feel? It's a vibe check more than anything else. I try to read as fast as I can to get the whole story in my head all at once, but if I see something I'm like, that seems inconsistent with the rest of the story, I just leave myself a note. It's a lot easier than trying to fix it right in the moment because that'll interrupt my idea of how the story flows. After flow editing, I send it to beta readers, and you can see my video from last week if you want to know how that process works. Next is the feedback edit, and on the feedback edit, which is just what it sounds like, we're just incorporating what the beta readers had to say, things that I need to clarify about the plot, areas where the characters seemed a little inconsistent or where the plot got confusing, and these feedback edits are probably the thing that make my story most polished. The final edit is what I call proofread edit, and it's actually like 3 or 4 read-throughs of the story, looking for all those things like grammar, punctuation, consistent spelling, and other technical elements like that. In my final read-through, I like to use the text-to-speech option on Word, have it read what the text is to you, and that is really key for catching like missing words in sentences or for hearing how the flow of a sentence sounds. Now, I only recommend this step if you can survive hearing the text-to-speech butcher all your fantasy names. It's a little depressing, honestly. There are lots of other methods for editing, and these are certainly not the only ways to do it, but this is what works for me. So I hope that you have found this helpful. And as you're writing bestie, I can guarantee that 2 videos a week are going to come your way to teach you how to write better right now and stay encouraged in the process. So subscribe so you don't miss out on anything.